There you go. Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy, SergDragon, and welcome to another edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. We'll be doing the 27th Smackdown and 205 Live. With me today is T-Money.
You smell what the lion is cooking.
And yes, prior to our last video, we still got it, so we're good. Let's go ahead and do this speed run. Once again, we are timed, trying to get home because of lockdown. Curfew is midnight. We don't want to be late. I didn't say that in the last video, but that's it. So we're just going to do a speed run since it's not much to cover. First up, we have the women in the ring stating their words and quotes on what's going to happen at WrestleMania. They didn't even bother to mention, what was the woman who's sick?
Dana Brooke.
Yeah, Dana. They just mentioned it's a fatal five-way. They didn't say a 6-pack challenge. They said it's fatal five-way. They didn't even add a new woman. That sucks. They could add Carmella. They could add somebody. Mm-hmm. In which case, we got the 4 women in the ring. First it was Bayley and Sasha Banks. Then Lacey Evans. Then Naomi. And they were throwing insults, including Naomi saying, "I'm going to snatch that blue wig off your head." He's like, That's some sister trash talk right there.
They added for a 5th person.
Yeah, you know, the 5th person would be a woman that was questioned because of the fact that of her multiple injuries in the past and glass-like body, mainly because of how often she gets injured. The 5th and final woman is Tamina, the daughter of Superfly Snuka.
If they does not use her that much.
In which case we have, let me put I just remembered I just wiped my nose. I have a runny nose, so being cautious. Got the hand sanitizer, so I can do this. Let it sit for a bit. Tamina goes and says, "Actions speak louder than words," and she assaults Lacey Evans as well as Tamina and not laying a hand on Sasha Banks and Bayley while they get the jumps like jackals. So, in other news, you tell them, bro. Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks will be, their plans to make her turn babyface.
Where?
At WrestleMania.
Hey, next up, we got the ground and pound strategists, in which that's what I call them. Tactician. Sorry, I said strategist. Tactician. There I go grabbing my nose again. In which case, it is the challenge issued by Daniel Bryan to have Shinsuke Nakamura. Challenge between Daniel Bryan and Sami Zayn. To see if Shinsuke Nakamura loses to Drew Gulak, Daniel Bryan would get a title shot at WrestleMania this weekend. It would be 9 days prior to this. Yeah, 9 days. But now it is closing in on this Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, and Sunday. In which case, thanks to the outside interference, this is true. This is not quote. This is true of the help from
Cesaro.
No. From Daniel Bryan on the outside, who tugged Drew Gulak and helped him dodge the running knee of Shinsuke Nakamura, ended up getting him the win, the pull over, and the 3 count on Shinsuke Nakamura. Now we will have Daniel Bryan versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. What day will it fall on? Saturday or Sunday? We don't know yet. We're already getting reviews and words, but we'll save that for a Monday Night Raw review, saying that which day it will fall under. And that would be a good name for them, wouldn't you say? Ground and pound tacticians for Drew Gulak and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what they're all about.
Yeah, but they would never use that word, though.
They sure like doing this. It's like toughening them up. Mm-hmm. Next up, we have Elias singing some quotes and notes and bad-mouthing Baron Corbin, even mentioning the fact that he ran out of TP. And to have an image of him rudely saying he's arguing over the fact that he doesn't have toilet paper while sitting on a toilet in his outfit. It's like, while that was funny, it wasn't for King Corbin, and King Corbin jumped him on that pedestal, ultimately trying so hard and successfully knocking him over. This is the part, like I said once again, courtesy of Cena on AEW, WWE had the same idea. Instead, they made it look like Elias fell back first onto the pavement. But we all know that they wouldn't do that. Mm-hmm. So instead, they probably did this. Movie magic, ladies and gentlemen. Pausing and editing. In which case, and angles. Mm-hmm. He probably landed on some foam or something like that, so safety. And then they pulled him off, had him laid down on the mat while they removed the anything else, signifying there was anything there, and continued to do cut and paste. And of course, the commentators were commentating as if it actually happened right there and then. So Corbin throws, storyline-wise, Elias off the rail and greatly injures him. Will we have a match at WrestleMania? We were supposed to, but now with the way the story is going, it looks like Elias might have to sit back. Next up, we have Asuka, one half of the women's tag team champions, courtesy on Raw, now visiting SmackDown to fight Alexa Bliss. And Michael Cole was tripping because Nikki Cross was on commentary. And he's like, is this authorized? I don't want to, hey, social distancing. Don't touch me. It's like, who are their names? Space Ghost and that cat looking dude?
Brad.
Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! That's what Michael Cole was doing. Oh, Alexa Bliss won the match for the record, and Nikki Cross is happy as hell. She won with a DDT, of all things. DDTs nowadays are still technically finishers, even though they're anybody can do it.
Well, you only had two people that did it though. The one who made it to a finisher was Raven.
Mm. And he wasn't even the originator. Somebody did that by... No, I saw it. It wasn't Raven. You Googled it. Google the history. The history of DDT. It was by accident. It was discovered. It was done by accident. Because I was like, what just happened? I don't know. But do it again. In the next match. We have Bray Wyatt and the Firefly Funhouse episode. In which case, he does like some sort of ingredients of loathing emotions and dunks it into a blender and says, this is the concoction you get for absolute joy. Even threw the rabbit in there. It's like, yeah. They cut the scene and just showed his face. And it was like an orangey carrot drink, and he drank it and said, there are side effects to this drink. And he showed the Fiend. But before he drank it and before he made the concoction, he issued a match to John Cena. For the first time ever, we will see at WrestleMania a Firefly Funhouse match? Huh? Mm-hmm. Is this going to be like a props of his funhouse?
We're probably going to make a stage. I don't know.
We going to see the puppets? Or people dressed up as the puppets?
No, I don't see puppets.
I don't know. I have no idea. Finally, we have the number one contendership at WrestleMania for Miz and Morrison's SmackDown tag team titles.
Come on, right quick.
Oh, okay. Actually, this is the last bit, bro. Yeah, so let's go ahead. Like I said, I'm speedrunning this. Ultimately, between the Usos and the New Day. During this match, it would be going back and forth, showcasing a spectacular match, but ends with a disqualification on Miz and Morrison, courtesy of Kofi Kingston, grabbing a leg and sweeping John Morrison. And like I said, ending on that note, and Miz and Morrison continue to beat up both the Usos and the New Day, in which Michael Cole gets a report from the back saying, you won't be facing either of these men you were fighting them both in a triple threat match for the Smackdown title, tag team titles. And they're furious. What? Why?
You didn't say what type of match it was.
Ladder match. That's right. We get a ladder match. We get in a ladder match.
You know what's going to be using that match?
Who?
Tables and chairs. That's what they do in ladder matches. They use tables and chairs.
And when I tell you about WrestleMania triple threats, man, it's a regular now. It's a regular.
Yeah.
It's like, you're going to see a triple threat at WrestleMania. One or two. It's guaranteed.
It's not the first time that we've seen that.
It's only 35 WrestleManias going on 36.
No, it's not the first time we've seen a triple threat ladder match. Remember one with the Hardys?
Yeah, but I'm just saying triple threats in general.
Yeah.
It's like always one. It's rare to see one WrestleMania without a triple threat match.
Yeah. Because they said they made those matches because like the ones who invented that was the Hardys, the Dudley Boys, and Edge Christian.
Oh, yeah. That's probably why they're doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, you go ahead and call your ride. We'll be right back. Okay. So before I forget, we were about to cut this short because we still got 205 Live. There's only 2 matches. So we're good. I know. Actually, I got it right here. So like I said, it's just 2 matches. No caller.
My mom's be out there now.
She's saying to be out there right now?
Yeah.
All right, go then, bro. Oh, and take your hand sanitizer. I squeezed a little bit for myself. There you go. That's his. I got my own, but he's got a big bottle. Here, don't forget this. So while he's leaving, Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Jacqueline Wild. Isaiah wins the match once again. A losing streak for Jacqueline Wild continues. Prior to last week, later, bro. Prior to the NXT versus 205 Live match, we have Tony Nese and Oni Lorcan fighting each other. Ultimately, a fierce battle between the two ended with Tony Nese winning the match fair and square. Tony Nese looks up knowing that despite his loss at NXT the Wednesday prior, he ends up winning this match and showcases he still got it. So that's it, folks. Yeah, I gotta do that. My nose is itching. It's not running right now. It's dry, but itchy. Try not to touch my fingers right now. They say, don't touch your face. Okay. That's what you do. Use the fabric on your sleeve. Having fun with it. So, before I close this, a shout out to our fellow brethren of the Heavens Monsters podcast. A shout out to Xavier Hill, Mike Henry, and about to say Xavier's name twice. Andre Mitchell. A link to their 3 YouTube channels will be in descriptions down below. And a remaining shout out to Renee, Farrell, Chris Petrie, Delvin, and T-Money, who just left. And I hope you are all doing very well. Stay strong, people. Good luck. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You didn't? Give it a thumbs down. Hit the subscribe button, like the content, and hit that notification bell for the next Heavens Monsters podcast. I'm SergDragon. That was T-Money. We'll see you next time. Peace.